What's going on, everyone? My name is UnderTheRadar, and welcome back to the APA. This is going to be the Week 5 battle, and we're going up against Point Blank and the Winnipeg Blue Blastoise. This matchup, I'm going to start off by saying it's very, very weird. I don't have very much confidence in it at all. The team that I built, I don't know, it's going to take a lot of really good intuition and a lot of really good playing on my end for it to come out. However, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this matchup. First thing I do want to point out is you can see he is 3-1, losing 6-0, 4-0, and 3-0. While you may not think that that's super important, to me it is, because that shows me that he is either A, not very comfortable with his team, or B, he's very unlucky. Either one of those I'm okay with. But Point Blank is a really nice guy. He's been subbed to the channel for a while, so that makes me very happy to be playing a sub that I haven't gotten to play in League format before, so that's really, really cool. However, he has a Manaphy, Latias, Shaymin, Arcanine, Buzzwole, Aromatisse, Drapion, Raichu, Uxie, Seismitoad, Mega Steelix. If you do not know my team is right over here. I have Mew, Infernape, Donphan, Mega Altaria, Empoleon, Alolan Raichu, Tauros, Scolipede, Zoroark, Licky, and Gourgeist. I did drop Tangela for Gourgeist this week, so I now have a spin blocker to go along with my hazard stack, and that's super, super cool. So, ultimately, looking at his team, he has a bunch of win cons. Like, he has a bunch of win cons plus Uxie and Mega Steelix, which is really stupid to say. However, versus my team, there are a couple things on his team that I think just absolutely blow mine away. Manaphy is one of them. However, I do think the set in Manaphy that he can run is very limited. I do not think that he can be physically defensive, Calm Mind, Rest, Rain Dance with Mono Scald, because then he cannot do anything. I mean, literally anything to my Empoleon. At +6, I live 2 Scalds, so I can take that pretty well, and he won't be able to outspeed a lot of my team, so that's pretty important, and it'll take a lot for him to set up to the point to where my offensive threats, like Infernape and Raichu, will be able to nuke him, and Electrium Z Thunder Punch does a lot to Manaphy. So, along with Manaphy being a threat, I don't really see Latias coming that much. Reason being, if you look at my team, Mew, Infernape, Mega Altaria, Tauros, Scolipede, Zoroark, and Gourgeist can all do some really good damage to it. Mega Altaria being a really good check to it, it can't do more than 75% to me, so I can switch in on rocks, I can get Hyper Voice damage off on it, and instantly put it in range of any one of my fast sweepers. So I do not think Latias has the best matchup. However, as you can see, it is his only defogger. If he does not bring that, I could hazard stack him, and that would be very, very bad for him. Shaymin, I do not think will be coming. It has an awful matchup between Scolipede, Infernape, Tauros, Zoroark even. It can't do a whole lot, and I can just pressure it too much offensively. Arcanine will come. It is his best switch into Mega Altaria without Earthquake, and offensively it runs through my entire team because my bulky water type does not resist fire, so that's very, very bad for me. Buzzwole, again, I do see coming. As you can see, he has 7 kills and 2 deaths with it. He is very, very comfortable with this mon. It is number 2 in the ranks right now. So I do fully expect him to bring Buzzwole. I think a choice scarf set is what's best against me. So because of that, I can EV things like my Mega Altaria to 1v1 it. If he is a subset, I can EV my Mega Altaria to even beat it behind a sub. So I can deal with that. And Aromatisse, in my opinion, is the second biggest threat to my team behind Manaphy. Life Orb, Trick Room, Aromatisse can 6-0 me. I do not have good switch-ins to it. The combination of Moonblast plus Thunderbolt plus like Shadow Ball or plus like Psychic can run through my entire team. It's very, very scary, especially if he's like Life Orbed. I don't have a switch-in. Drapion's a little scary. It's not the worst mon in the world against me, but it's also not the best mon in the world against me. Raichu, I don't think will be coming, but Uxie, Seismitoad, Steelix. Those mons are kind of sort of tricky. I do fully expect him to bring a ground type, if not 2 ground types. It covers his Manaphy being very weak to electric pretty easily. I do expect him to bring Mega Steelix more so than Seismitoad. So I think I can play around that pretty well, and I think I can deal with it decently well. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and hop over to the team that I'm going to be bringing. Oh, one other thing that I had to... So I went over 4 different teams for this. I played a lot of mocks, right? I did 5 mocks, and I lost 3 of them 4-0 or more. I won the last 2 2-0 or less. So the team that I made, it's the best that I could do. But I think what I came up with, it can protect me against a bunch of different sets that he could bring, along with potential like troubles for my team. So with that, let's just go ahead. Oh, one last thing. My biggest thing with some of my offensive threats. If you look at his team, he does not have a switch in at all to Scolipede, except for Buzzwole. That's all I'm going to say about that. He doesn't have a good switch into it. Earthquake, Poison, or Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Earthquake, Mega Horn. Like it, as long as I can hit Mega Horns, I can run through his team with Scolipede, and it outspeeds literally everything outside of Scarfers. So that's really, really nice. And then Infernape also does a lot to his team, along with Alolan Raichu. So I kind of had to build this team as making sure my offensive threats don't have any checks. And that was very, very hard for me to do against his team. But with that being said, let's just go into the main win con. I don't know why I had Mew up, but let's go into the main win con of this game. That is going to be my Scolipede. This Scolipede set can destroy him. Can. Not saying it will, it has the potential to. With Hidden Power Flying, Poison Jab, Mega Horn, Earthquake, I can get a kill whenever this thing comes in. His only switch in is Buzzwole. If he takes Rocks, Hidden Power Flying is a guaranteed to a KO. Like, it does 49% minimum. He cannot sub up on me, he cannot force me out. If he is weakened, Hidden Power Flying OHKOs him after taking, I think it's like a Poison Jab, Stealth Rocks, and a little bit of Chip, Hidden Power Flying can OHKO him. So that's really, really important, and this prevents him from getting up a sub on me with his Buzzwole. However, if he does get a sub up, it's not the end of the world. I can still play around it a little bit. But this thing, it's there mainly just to do a lot of damage and hopefully clean up late game, potentially. Life Orb Mega Horn also does a whole lot to Manaphy, which is super important because this little mon right here, Alolan Raichu, it can kill it after a Mega Horn easily. It can kill it after Stealth Rocks, honestly, but that Mega Horn damage just instantly puts it in range. But I'm hoping that this will win. If you do not know how EVs work with 30 IVs, instantly, things like 16, things like 8, they bump you up a stat instead of 4, 12. I think after that it's 20, I think. I can't do math right now. I'm too tired. However, big win con, late game win con. I'm really happy with it. Then we have my Empoleon. This Empoleon was the last thing that I put on the team. The absolute last thing. Because whenever I got swept by Life Orb, Trick Room, Aromatisse for the second time, I was like, okay, nope, screw this. I need to put Empoleon on the team. The only thing that he can have to hit my Empoleon with his Aromatisse is Thunderbolt. And if he's that, I have Wakanberry. I can easily take a hit, click Flash Cannon, click Roar, get off a lot of damage on it, instantly put it in range of other things on my team, and that's super, super important. So I really like this. This Spadef set also allows me to take on Manaphy 1v1 as long as he does not have like Z Mud Slap or anything like that. If he's Tail Glow, I think Shadow Ball is the best he can do to me, and I don't think that OHKOs from full. Energy Ball might, but no, because that's neutral too. I don't know. I don't think he can OHKO me from full, but this thing is very, very good against his team. Stealth Rocks are also super important in this game. I say this because 12% on Manaphy, 12% on Latias, 12% on Shaman, 25 on Arcanine, 12 on Buzzwole, 12 on Aromatisse. Like, he has nothing that resists rocks outside of Seismitoad and Steelix. And Steelix, if it comes in and it takes rocks, its sturdy is broken, and then I can OHKO it from there. So it's super, super important that I get rocks up this game. It's so important that I'm actually bringing 2 Stealth Rockers. So that's pretty cool. I'm super nervous for this game, guys. I am super, super nervous. But then I do have my Choice Specs Alolan Raichu. So Mega Steelix has a decent matchup against my team. However, Seismitoad does not. Mega Steelix has a decent enough matchup to the point where I could see it coming. However, everything on my team can hit this thing super effectively outside of Alolan Raichu. It can put it in range of a Specs Grass Knot. Like, Earthquake plus Stealth Rocks puts it in range of a Specs Grass Knot, I believe. If he's like Spadef. Surf 2 KOs it. I have Donphan, Mega Altaria, and Mew that I will all get into later that can do a lot of damage to putting in range of Raichu. So late game, Raichu can sweep him. His only resists to Thunderbolt are Raichu, Lottie. I'm trying to remember this before I click back to his team. Raichu, Lottie, Steelix, Seismitoad. Right? Shaman. That was another one. I can hit all of them for super, super hard damage. It's like Signal Beam, Grass Knot, it just does a lot of damage to his team. And ultimately, he has nothing that can outspeed this thing. He only has things that can speed tie with this. So that allows me to potentially play some 50-50s late game on speed ties. But I love Alolan Raichu. I think it can do a lot of work this game. Unfortunately, I am dropping it for a Mon next week, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure I will. So Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Grass Knot, Signal Beam, just does a lot of damage to his team. Then I have this Donphan set that is Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Hidden Power Flying, and Stealth Rock. Again, another Stealth Rocker, because Stealth Rockers are super important. Another Hidden Power Flying Mon, because Buzzwole can easily sub up against this thing. I do not want that, so because of that, I want Hidden Power Flying to force him to take some damage, and maybe force him out into something else, because he doesn't have the best switch into the combination of Hidden Power Flying, Earthquake, plus Heavy Slam. Like, Lottie can switch into it, however, Lottie I don't think has the best matchup. Aside from that, he doesn't really have a very good Earthquake switch in. I mean, he has Uxie, however, I don't think Uxie has the best matchup either because of Zoroark plus Scolipede. So there's a potential for this thing to just wear down his team pretty easily for Raichu late game, and of course Earthquake does weaken it for Grass Knot for Alolan Raichu, and it also weakens it for Earthquake for my Life Orb Scolipede. So this thing is also going to be a decent switch into Arcanine, depending on his set, depending on if I've Mega Evolved with my Mega Altaria, depending on if he has done a whole bunch of different things. So I'm kind of sort of playing a more bulky offense like approach to this game, but I think this works. I think having these 4 Mons together really works. The biggest problem for these 4 Mons right now is Arcanine. If he brings like a Banded Arcanine, I don't have the best switch-ins to it because this is going to be my designated Buzzwole switch-in, so I don't have the best switch-ins to Arcanine, so because of that, I do have my Mega Altaria. With this EV spread, Banded Jolly Ironhead does not do more than 51%, so I could potentially roost up on it. Depending on if he flinches me or not. Hyper Voice is super important because it instantly puts in a range of Specs Thunderbolt after Stealth Rocks, so that's really, really crucial. But the big thing that this does is this lures in Drapion, and I can easily 2-hit KO Drapion if he's not Assault Vest. And that's really, really cool. He can't OHKO me with anything, and I can 2-hit KO him pretty easily. And then Flamethrower is there pretty much just for the Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix, if he is bulky, like a Spadef spread, like I'm kind of sort of expecting to take on my Mega Altaria, then Flamethrower does about 40% or so, putting in range of Rocks plus Grass Knot from my Alolan Raichu, along with being able to 2-hit KO him, potentially, while he cannot do more than 80% with a Heavy Slam. So I can also roost that damage off. Well, I can't roost it off, but I can roost off Stealth Rock's damage and guarantee live it. So that's pretty cool. I like this spread. I think it's super important. And then we're going to go on to the kind of sort of meme of the team, and that is my Mew set. I don't know why it's missing 4 EVs. It's weird. I'm regenning this anyway right now, so it doesn't really matter. However, let's go ahead and talk about this spread. So right now, if you look at my team, Physically Defensive Calm Mind Manaphy beats this entire team if it's Last Mon Manaphy. And Physically Defensive Calm Mind Manaphy cannot beat this spread, because if he sets up Calm Minds, I can Psych up his Calm Minds. Since he has Scald, he will not be doing more than 25% to me. Psyshock OHKOs him if he sets up to like +4. So that's really, really important. And Earth Power is there mainly for the Drapion. I do outspeed Drapion guaranteed, and it does about 50% to it, meaning that Hyper Voice from my Mega Altaria guaranteed kills it, along with Earthquake from Scolipede. So, oh, it also does a lot of damage to Arcanine, which is super important, because that damage is very, very critical. Very, very critical. My hope is that what I'll be able to do is have this thing in, force in Manaphy, switch into my Empoleon. He goes for Calm Minds as I start trying to weaken him with Surfs, and then he kills my Empoleon eventually, go into Mew, set up a Psych Up, and then I can counter sweep him. That's the hope. Will it happen? Probably not. I do not feel very comfortable about this team matchup. I feel comfortable with the team that I brought. However, it's going to take a lot of careful playing on my end, and a whole lot less of what I'm used to and what I'm more comfortable with is being like, okay, I have this scenario mapped out in my head, I'm going to do it. Similar to how I played against Knightor in the P4G. I have not played that game yet. However, I'm playing it tomorrow. But my mindset in that is I have a set plan. I have a set specific draw out that I want to do. I want to lead off with a Mon, go into a different Mon, set up, do a lot of damage. I don't have that with this game. I don't have a designated lead. It all depends on what he brings, and that's very scary for me. That's not something I'm used to. The big thing that I have to do, I have to keep Empoleon healthy, I have to keep Scolipede late game, and I have to use Raichu as a wall breaker. So that means that these 4 Mons here are going to be my main 4 Mons that I use in the beginning of the game. And that's scary. Very scary. Because one of them's an Alolan Raichu. But it should still be fine. Should still be fine. I hope it'll still be fine. But guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below for me. Also, make sure you go over to Point Blank's channel. His links will be down in the description below, as well as all of the other coaches' links that'll be down there. But yeah, I'm super scared. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here and play this game. Holy crap, I'm scared. Okay, guys, I'm heading out. See ya, and thank you very much for watching the video. I do greatly appreciate it, and I hope that you all have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.